All right, well, I got the X2 Pro Super Console off of AliExpress. I've ordered a few of these consoles off of AliExpress before, but this one is the most expensive one that I bought. It was $74 with taxes and shipping and everything. So I'm going to do a review of what I think about this console, what you get out of the box. So this is what came in. You can see here it has a picture of the X2 Pro Super Console here. Has some features, and now this box was actually shipped with this corner bent, but you can plug it in, built-in classic games, dual system, adding games, HDMI output, multiplayer, 20 plus languages. Has Kinhank printed on the box. Here's just a breakdown. It's the Super Console X2 Pro, a TF card, game controller, remote control, HD cable, and power adapter. So right now we're going to open up the box, see what's inside, and then we'll show you some screen captures of this system in action. Now I have ordered a few things off of AliExpress before. The pros about ordering off of AliExpress is that the price is usually very fair. The downside is the shipping time. This one took about 2 weeks to come to my door. Now, considering that it came all the way from China, that was fairly quick. I've had to wait, 1 month or longer to get other items from China. So the delivery time was fairly quick. So we got this dongle here. Oh, that's cool. So you have an extension port to plug in more controllers. That's nice. Now, I'm going to take a guess here that this probably only has one USB outlet by default, but let's see here. No, it has two. So here is the memory card. I got the 256 gig. That way I could have as many ROMs loaded into it. Now, the nice thing about this is you don't have to do any hunting for ROMs. The ROMs and emulators come installed right off the top. So here's the two USB ports. We have the power button here. It says power. Oh, it's just the light indicator. I'm going to peel this off. This is printed on. It's not a sticker, which is nice. We got some ventilation here, made in China. Kinhank tells you some information about the system here. So it runs on Android 9, Emuelic 4.5. So that's a fairly new emulator. If you've never run or ran ROMs on Emuelic, you'll know that it's pretty handy when it comes to loading up ROMs. Now I do like this function here of the power supply being on and off. I usually just keep mine off and shut it off in the system. You have an AV out, HDMI. You can also connect it to the internet. Comes with an HDMI cable, which is nice. Here is a manual. Let's see if it tells us anything meaningful. Okay. Looks like it gives you a brief tutorial of how to run these emulators. And I like to customize mine if you are familiar with this system. It's pretty easy to connect it to the internet and download exactly the way you like it. There's a lot of little preferences in here, but this is nice to have in terms of quick setup features. So I do like having this manual included. Tells you how to add stuff, which is very nice. One of the devices that I purchased off of AliExpress did not have any explanation on how to add ROMs. I had to figure it out on my own. You can see here it tells you how you can change emulators. There may be multiple emulator files. Individual games cannot be opened, or you do not like, you can just basically switch the emulator for each individual game to get it to work. So this is pretty handy here. Look, it even has tutorials on how to use this hardware. I'm very impressed with this breakdown. I did not get that when I purchased my last one. Now, for my review, I will be reviewing the quality of these controllers alongside the emulator. But I do have, oh, that's cool. I would have never thought to check in here. This is the wireless adapter for it. I would have never thought. So it does require 3 AAA batteries, or 2 AAA batteries. But I will review the controllers. I'll be honest with you, I like wired controllers. Just right out of the box, this does feel a little fake. It doesn't feel like a PS1 controller or a DualShock controller, but it's not the flimsiest controller I've felt either. The clicks feel very intentional. They're not mushy. There's a little bit of a sensation of pushing in a button, a little better than what you would expect. These are not triggers. They're just clickable buttons. So you don't have that trigger feeling down here, down below. Let's see if the other one had the, yep, I can hear it rattling. There you have it. If you're thinking about purchasing this, I will tell you, once I run the system, I'll let you know what I think. But so far, I am very impressed with what I see. Okay, tells you how to use the gamepad, which is very convenient. Oh, what do we have here? 4 gig memory. I have to read about how to put that in there. But that is everything out of the box. So you can see you got the 2 controllers, they're wireless, HDMI card, 4 gig card. You have, of course, the console itself, which advertises over 10,000 games installed. Kind of curious where that 4 gig card, or why it's even included. Maybe they took the 4 gig out of here, and since it's technically yours, they're shipping it with you, but they're adding in their own card here. And you do not want to pull this out unless you know what you're doing. So they put a sticker here, so that way if you have any complaints about the quality of the system, they're going to ask to see if you messed with this or not. Power supply comes included, and then the remote